link. I need the link so I can post it.
All right, let's get this party going. All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you go to hustlefit.com. Get your merch as well as the clothing line. Hustlefit.com. Men's, women's, children's clothing. Tees, hoodies, jogger sets, leggings, and more. Hustlefit.com. Also, if you need your custom clothing, go ahead and hit me up at hustlefit.com. Hustlefit@gmail.com. And Hustlefit LLC on Instagram. Also, make sure you are tuning in every Sunday night. Let's talk about it. You're watching that right now as we speak with Miss Connie Marie. Wednesday nights, we do what's called The Conversation with myself. And I got someone special showing up on Wednesday. Thursday night is Ladies Night. Make sure you tune in every Thursday night for Ladies Night, where we have the realest conversations about all the dating dynamics. Same thing follows up Boys Club Friday nights, 9 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of No Cap Reacts. I'm your man, Bailey, a.k.a. Mr. Go Get 'em. And, I got the first lady.
What's the deal? What's the deal, y'all? Y'all already know what it is. Connie Marie, 420. What's going on? How y'all doing?
You ready for this?
I am. Are you ready?
Actually, this is a show where I know I get to kick back tonight.
We all do. Shit.
No. See, y'all got some tea. I wasn't there. I wasn't in it. Thursday night. And so I actually literally get to kick back. So tonight, she's the co-host, but she's also the special guest due to the fact that she's on there. Y'all already saw the title of the show tonight. And then we got two other special guests.
Hi.
So tonight, let's start with the one in the middle.
Oh.
The favorite.
Oh, no. The internet hates me right now.
Who hates you?
Oh, my goodness.
Let them know who you are, where they can find you at.
My name is Rizoma Royal. You know, your fave. Just kidding, but I have been on here a couple times.
This is your fourth time now.
I know.
You are the leader of the pack.
I'm here for it. But you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and also TikTok at Rizoma_Royal. So if you want to see me, come see me.
Okay.
And then I got another familiar face that y'all have seen. Was this your third time in the last 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, girl.
Actually.
And almost everything that I post with her seems to keep going viral. I know the algorithms well, but clearly they like seeing her face.
They do.
So let them know who you are.
Hey. So my name is Rhea. You can find me at the official Rhea. That's REIA. Yeah, I just be kicking it.
All right, for all you, I see there's already a few of you guys on YouTube. Hit the thumbs up. It's free. hit the thumbs up. Let's put this in the algorithm. I can see it going up in real time. So the fact that you're watching, you're not hitting the thumbs up, I can tell that you're not doing it. So hit the goddamn thumbs up. Everybody else that's following, make sure you like, share, and subscribe on all platforms. We are on YouTube, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Twitter, Spotify Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. We are literally everywhere. So tonight, the conversation is going to be about, there's this wonderful show called what, Balloon Pop?
Yes, it's called Pop the Balloon or Find Love.
Pop the Balloon or Find Love. I'm going to let you go ahead and explain this.
Well, pretty much, you know, you'll have a lineup of either ladies or men, and they'll pretty much come out, and the host would ask questions, and it'll pretty much be whenever the ladies or men, they see whoever comes out, they'll either pop the balloon if they like what they see, and moving forward, they'll just ask more questions, just eliminate, process of elimination. And whoever lasts make it, they make a match. Whoever don't, then they don't.
Okay, so did you make a match? Just yes or no for now.
Yes.
Okay. For my other ladies, starting with Rhea, did you make a match?
Yes, I did.
All right. Rizzo, did you make a match?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so all three of my ladies on the panel tonight, all of y'all made a match, right?
Yes.
Sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we did.
So you guys, from what I know, y'all did a reunion show to know how things went, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that, like a follow up.
So a follow-up
Well,
show to
questionnaire.
see if the matches actually matched. So now we're going to start back at, did you end up having anything with your match?
Me?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Oops. Rizzo, did you, anything come of it with you in your match?
No.
Okay, and Connie, did anything come with you in your match?
No.
Okay, so my question is, we have three lovely, beautiful black women here. What the fuck happened?
Let's go,
Who
Ray.
wants to go
Ray,
first?
go first.
I think we should probably start with the worst, well, the least worst.
The best one.
Man,
I'll go last.
I don't care. I'll go first. Mine was short, sweet, and simple. It just wasn't gonna happen. It's just not in our favor.
Elaborate, please. We need some specifics.
All the specifics, it's just not my interest. It's not gonna happen.
Okay.
We went on one date,
Okay, how'd that go?
and it was cool. It was cool, but like no.
What was the no? What disqualified him? Let's just ask that question.
His gender disqualified him.
Okay.
I just wanted some food. I was hungry.
Okay. So we had this conversation the last time was on. Is you play for both teams, but you don't necessarily want to physically play with that of the opposite gender, correct?
No, I'm a lesbian. You asked me a hypothetical question about
I'm just saying.
whether I had to have like two girls and one guy or two guys and one girl. And hypothetically, if I didn't have no choice, I'm going with the option that's more to my liking, which is the two females. I can't do that with no two niggas. I
understand
barely
that.
can do anything with one. So you get me in the room with two, and I'm gonna fold up like a pretzel. It's not happening. I just
No, that don't sound like you gonna fold up like a pretzel. That sound like you
Yeah.
leaving the building.
Girl,
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
wanna
know you was
freak out.
lesbian.
yeah. I just went on Pop the Balloon because I was asked.
She said I
was
did it for fun.
Well, damn.
They need a pop the balloon female version.
They do.
They have one.
Do they?
Yeah.
Which
Where
one?
is
What
that?
episode was that?
Yeah.
When did they? I ain't seen that shit.
No, I'm saying like they have it like the show that we went on. They switched it off. Like they'll have the lineup of females.
No.
they'll have-
I
No,
mean
we like-
females for females, and then like guys for guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh okay. Okay.
All right. To our in-house midget for the evening.
Yes.
What happened with you and yours?
So, Bo had picked me, and then he had messaged me on Instagram when he saw my video. And he did not like the video, even though he put laughing faces. And we never went on a date or talked after that. And then
wow.
Oh, so you scared a nigga off.
I guess
Y'all,
so.
listen. Here go the kicker, though.
Yes, this is the funny part. This is the funny part. When we went on the interview, I had asked him, I'm like, you know, you were in another episode where you had like thick women. I'm a skinny mini, so why'd you pick me? And he goes, oh, just because you didn't have kids. I'm like, okay, makes sense, right? Because that's a deal breaker for me too. And then he said, yeah, I just didn't like how you conducted yourself on social media. And I was just like, oh, well, that's fine. Like, if you didn't like it, you didn't like it.
Wait, conducted yourself in social media in what manner? From the show,
I
or
guess
from
so.
other shit?
From the show.
Okay. Now I saw a side of Rizoma I ain't never seen before. So I do have some questions too,
Okay.
but we're not gonna go there yet. So in this situation, somebody damn near went to the hospital from what I heard.
You are funny. Nah, it was funny. I mean,
gang wars. Speak up. So what happened?
I don't even know. It was just a lot of fraudulent behavior going on. And to me, it was not of my liking. Therefore, I chose, to move around. And yeah. But yeah, that was it.
Fraudulent behavior.
Yes.
Elaborate.
Pretty much lying in a sense of certain things, shall I say, and showing manipulative, controlling behavior, toxic traits.
Oh shit.
It's you playing the violin.
It was, you saw it. It reminded me of that episode of SpongeBob. But yeah, it was definitely it stayed where it
went
started.
south very quickly, it sounds like.
Pretty much, definitely. I mean, everybody goes on shows at times for clout. Sometimes people go on shows just to get the experience. And then you have some people that go on the show because they are actually looking for love, But it's just more so when you do go on these type of shows, it's best to really, if you do match with a person, then it's like, it's nothing wrong with being honest with that person up front on what your true intentions are, because you're just wasting your time at this point. If you want a social media relationship, then say that, Some people are for it, some people aren't. I know I'm not for a social media relationship, as well as I am a very private person. So I don't want to sit there and broadcast something that's fake, that's, just in that manner. So
What
I
is
just
a
wasn't for
social
it.
media relationship, ladies?
I've never had one, so I can't explain it to you.
I feel like a social media relationship is somebody who just wants to, the whole relationship is broadcasted for the internet.
Facts.
You're recording every time, so literally you're not authentically being you, because you're only acting this way because you have an image. You're not going to put anything bad about yourself. Most people are not going to put anything bad about themselves out for the public to digest. You're going to try to make yourself look good, so you're going to act at the best you can on camera. Like, you could be on camera acting all lovey-dovey, and then when the cameras is off, you're a horrible ass person.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of those that get exposed on social media.
Okay, so not
So
down
it's
for
off of
social
the
media relationships. I hear from the ladies here.
Hell no,
Definitely
who
no.
want that?
I
about to
don't.
say,
A lot of people actually want that because they want the clout.
Some people literally will fake relationships just to be going popular on YouTube, to be like a popular YouTube
Yeah.
couple to break up, months later, planned and everything. That's too much. And that is a social media relationship because it's not real.
That's just weird to me.
Definitely.
Welcome to 2024, ladies and gentlemen.
Everything's a business now.
Everything is fake.
Definitely.
I hate it.
I honestly, I feel sorry for you ladies and the things that y'all got to go through out here in these streets.
I mean, it's just, I feel like, people put on this persona, of a person who sounds like an ideal person of who they would like to be. But in our reality, at the end of the day, it's not you. So it's like, at some point, you have to be honest with yourself, because it's like, yet again, with me going, for my bachelor's in psychology, it's like I'm reading a lot of different books. I'm able to pick up on a lot of certain habits and know how to ask certain questions to allow a person to show me in ways if, they are dealing with trauma or healing, or something is triggering them. And it's like based off of that person's reaction to whatever it is I ask, it lets me know everything. And also, if you let a person talk long enough, eventually they're going to tell on how they are at the end of the day. Like, and that's just what happened. So that's why, my date didn't go where it was supposed to have gone.
All right, so for the person that went the most viral, little mac and cheese in the middle. Okay, so you was kind of harsh.
Okay, hold on.
But hold on, no. From the person that I know, who has been extremely sweet, nice, caring, loving, thoughtful of other people, who wants drinks, sometimes I don't know if you live here or if I live here, because you are the hostess when your ass has been around here. We've had some very in-depth, deep, long conversations.
Yes.
But then I turn on this show and I see you going in on calling little boy, little brother, zip it up.
So, what are your questions? Like,
Let's be clear.
yes, let's.
What is it that you were seeing that made you go in like that?
Okay. So I'm gonna just put it like this, right? I think I've talked about this before on the show, but I don't know if anyone else really knows. So I've been engaged twice already, right? And it hasn't worked out. It wasn't anyone's fault. It just didn't work out, right? Things happened. And it got to the point where I've just gone through a lot and I see a lot of stuff. And so when someone comes in, right, and they have Jordans, or I don't know what type of shoe brand he had on, but he had sneakers on, type of sweatpants and and a sweater with the trucker hat, I was like, okay, fit is okay. I don't care. You look good. And then he had the flower, though. And I was like, the flower's throwing it off for me. I don't like it. And then he had the briefcase, and I was like, it doesn't match, but, I'm going to let it slide. No big deal. And then he was in front of me, and I was like, oh, it's open. And I was like, usually briefcases, if it's open, stuff is falling out or whatever. And so I'm like, there must not be anything in there. And then at the end of the show, when him and Connie had walked off, he goes, you want to know what's in the briefcase? And we're like, yeah. He was like, ganja. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he was kidding or not, but it was just like, you really could have just left that. Oh, he wasn't?
No, we smoked.
Oh, okay, so there you go. So he wasn't kidding, but it was one of those things where I'm like, you really could have just left that in your car. So in my head, this all registered, and then the moment he said, oh yeah, but her tits are sitting up, right? I popped my balloon. And now everyone was like, now why did you say higher vocab? This is why I said it. He said, you feel me 6 to 7 times before I pop my balloon. And I was just like, it's going to sound messed up, but I can't talk to someone like that. I'll get annoyed, and he doesn't deserve that. He deserves better, so I pop my balloon. He deserves someone who can tolerate it or likes that. I don't.
Right.
Okay, that's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh, and also about the hat thing. People kept saying, why you gotta mention the hat? I don't like, I've had, like, enough time to, because I grew up with, like, a bunch of dudes and stuff, and so, like, I like men who, like, really take care of themselves and stuff, so, like, clean nails and, like, nice hair and stuff, so I'm not a fan of nappy locks, so I just wanted to see his locks. And his hair was done, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool, and I told him I just wanted to see your hair. So I liked it. He looked fine.
we got one good thing out of there, okay? Well, they clipped the right one, because that motherfucker went crazy. It's still going crazy.
Oh, I know. I love the different titles that I see. Like one was like Chicago woman degrading Chicago man. Another one was Another one was a man making masculinity great again. Another title I saw was
making masculinity great again.
Yeah, no, it's been some funny stuff that I've seen.
Did you see the one that I had sent you when it was I was beatboxing and somebody zoomed in on you. You were like this.
Okay, wait. Okay, but let's talk about that. I love
That had me laughing so hard.
You were so good. You're so talented. But what blows me is I hang out with rappers and stuff, right? So I know very talented ones, and then I know wannabe ones. And then I know ones that have the potential and that are definitely going to get there. And so I was listening to him, and he was like, oh, so you want me to sing or you want me to do this? And I was just like, I just need you to do something. And then
as
he
an
did
artist,
it, and I was like, okay. Like,
as an artist, when the spotlight is put on you, take it. You are on a show, and you get the chance to show. So, and this is the crazy part. Yeah, you probably didn't think the show was going to do anything, but now it has over 1 million views, and you did not show any of your skills. Like, you actually fucked yourself.
You feel me?
I don't know if he fucked himself. I just feel like no. I don't feel like he fucked himself. I just feel like he definitely could have performed better. But at
He
the same
didn't do
time,
anything.
He did a little bit of something. He tried to do his own, didn't he?
Yes, he tried, and that's all that matters.
Nah, he could have did.
But he didn't really seem like he knew the words.
I don't think
Again, he did it as an.
Maybe he just got nervous.
I'm as a past artist. You put me on that platform, and then put me with someone who's literally beatboxing, like actually. Okay, so if you don't even know the words to Genuine, So Anxious, which I don't know how old he is, but everybody knows that song.
He's the same age as I am, but I know that song.
27.
And
right.
He's 26.
And
yeah.
I still would have like I'm sitting
Girl,
here.
listen.
He's a baby.
Listen.
Kind of like thug niggas.
But you know what's funny? No, I don't want
From
to
the
be a pit
hood.
bull. I like my men to be nice to me. And so look, somebody had asked me, right? They was like, they were questioning my choice. And it's crazy because they were like, you don't seem like the type of female that would originally go for somebody like him. My whole thing is this. I am a sapiosexual. So I am more so attracted to your mental, baby. I mean, you just can't be funky or have stank breath or, but,
Exactly.
It's just like when it comes down to how you represent yourself as a man and how you deal with certain things. Like, it all went based on how he represented himself when he was speaking with all the lineup of ladies. And my whole thing is, okay, so I had a moment. I'm like, I'm checking everything out, and I'm like, okay, I'm liking the way he's conducting himself. I'm liking the way that when other ladies are saying their comments or whatever to him, he's conducting himself accordingly. I'm like, okay, that seems, feasible to a sense, to where I'm like, let me pick his brain a little bit. Then he asked me my question, and I'm like, okay, so it seems like he may have some more street knowledge than, but I'm like, at the same time, I'm gonna pick your brain. That's why I kept saying like, okay, we're gonna see. It sound good. Like, I can't say too much. I'm like, we'll see. It sound good. And it sounded good. and that was it. That's just what it was.
Okay. Well, ladies, in 2024, in all honesty, how hard is it to find love in these streets?
I feel like honestly, so they're coming up with so many different technology, devices and things like that. If they was to have people start coming with slideshows or trailers on what they come with, and I think that'll make a dating a lot more easier because people could know what bullshit you come with.
No, that's where things can be faked.
I mean,
I
don't
personally,
know.
And I preach this quite often. Well, before I go, Rizzo,
Yes.
your response.
2.
How hard is it to find love in these streets? Not the physical streets, not like you in the streets.
Not
the
the
streets,
physical street.
How hard is it to find love in today's society?
I feel like it's hard already just because a lot of people feel like the grass is greener on the other side. I feel like they have a lot of options when they don't.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I do agree with that. Who do you think feels like they have more options, males or females?
I think both. Because men see it as, well, I can just go on Instagram. And because, again, remember, I think the last time I was on your podcast, I had mentioned how I don't like when guys hit me up on Instagram if I've never met them in person or anything, because I just think, I wonder how many other women you've hit up that you haven't met in person.
Which is why I definitely asked that question, because as a man, just being honest, like, we have to play the numbers game.
Yes.
You have to, if we send out 100 messages, we might get one response. And that's why they do it.
And that's why I don't respond.
Which is why, as a woman, if you sent out 100 messages, you would get how many responses?
Probably 98.
Yeah. So it's different. So then I go to Rhea. Which you playing it on.
It's hard out here for a pimp. It don't matter if it's male, female, male on male, female on female. It's hard out here in these streets. Ain't shit out here. I think I told you last time when I was here with Miriam, the people that's out there is the people that got issues. Don't nobody want them. Most of them, like, it's nothing in the streets.
I feel like, honestly, this dating, it's just social media makes it that much more harder for people, to be able to date this generation, because
not real
they
or
create
authentic.
so many different options as far as when you have all these different platforms of these dating sites, and you have, the Bumble,
Yeah, Bumble,
Tagged,
Tag,
BOK, and all these other different
but there's
sites.
hundreds. Now you have Latina sites, you
But
got black
it's
sites,
like-
you got white people, you got old people, young people, you got
Christian
farmers.
mingle.
Girl, listen.
Stop it. The farmers one?
Listen.
Wait, but the farmers one
Yes, you
kills
have
me.
it for farmers, you have it for Asians, you have it for
They have
bald
one for
people, you
parents.
have it for short
Yes.
people, you have it for midgets, you have
wait,
it for
what?
parents,
Yeah, no, they have
you
it for
have it for
midgets.
swingers, you have it for lifestyle, you have it for porn stars specifically.
You can have it for
You
anything and
have an
everything.
app for everything.
There's categories, baby, categories.
But I mean, I just feel like it's just too much option. It's kind of like taking a kid to a candy store and you're wanting to keep them in one section, and then you're gonna open up the whole store, and then it's gonna be like, it's tough. It's like they like this candy, they like sweet, but they want chocolate. They want chocolate, but then they want some a peanut butter or whatever the hell the candy is. It's like it's too many options. But I feel like people nowadays need to be able to understand, when it comes down to understanding their worth and their value, and being able to go based off more of the mental rather than the looks or the money, materialistic things.
Do you think that in this climate today, people can really take that chance when the world so far has sold? You look at social media right now. How many females every single day are talking about getting to the bag, and if you're not talking about money, you're not talking about shit?
I do see a good portion of females posting that.
Okay, so when I'm just gonna tell you, as a man, when we see those things, guess what that inherently means that you have to do?
Go ahead, I'm listening.
You have to either be that man, which we are far and few between, or they fake it. And this is where I've said to so many women, sometimes just don't say nothing. Posting things like that, you're literally making yourself a target for the fakest of the fake. Because there are attractive dudes out here, but they don't have anything going for them, so they can fake it, and it gets them in the door. And then, well...
Personally, I don't like that response.
I don't like that response either. That's why I'm
But
sitting here
here's the
waiting
bad
to
part.
see where you were
Excuse.
going
I
with
feel
it.
because I see it
y'all
like
don't
this.
like
Hold on,
the
no,
response,
no,
but it's a
hold
fact.
on. Well, that's fine because
Who's fact?
I don't want a man like that because I see it like this. It's gonna sound messed up, but I see on the internet as well all the time people saying when a man, really wants you or wants to be with you, whatever, even if he's not where he wants to be, he will do the things he needs to do to get to where he wants to be and everything like that. And so my thing is I've told people this too, like I can be the breadwinner and you can be a house dad. I'll be very, very happy with that. As long as you're comfortable, I'm comfortable. Like I'm okay with that. I'm more about, are you my best friend? Can you mentally stimulate me? Are you there for me? And things like that. Because at the end of the day, you're supposed to be my partner, my husband, things like that. So if I need anything or if I need anyone, I'm calling you. And that's what I'm looking at. I'm not looking really at the money aspect. Now, granted, do I want to go on trips? Do I want to do things? Yes, but we can save money and work our way there. I just need to know that you're willing. And a trying and willing man is everything.
every woman's thought process, though?
Hell no.
Well, I
It's
feel like
very
you done
true.
got at least 2 people that done came on this podcast and told you the same thing.
Correct. And again, is that...
So it might be a little bit more common in this climate than you think.
Well, okay, so...
Because a lot of dudes is emotional and they sweet. They're not men.
But
the
here's-
type of men that I feel like you talk about, I don't know where they at. Because
Correct.
these
They're
dudes trying to be
far-
hot boys. They trying to have
They
watch
far
an
and few
anime.
between. They're far...
They
No.
watching anime.
They're watching
Influence.
anime.
They're
in
at
the
home.
house.
They
They
playing
are.
the
They're in
game
the
and
house.
playing Call of Duty.
Oh.
So, hold on. I'm going to play this real quick. I'm just going to play this because I literally posted this today.
You posted this today?
Instagram about a car. What do you think they're trying to get you to do?
Buy it.
Okay, if you see an advertisement on Instagram,
I just reposted that.
juicy hamburger. What do you think
on,
they're
wait,
trying to
I
get you to do?
Eat it.
Great job. Okay, if you see this on Instagram, all out in the open, exposed,
It's a booty.
what do you think they're trying to get you to do?
Mary.
Marry? Well, then that's the problem, man. False advertising. Because the only thing that we're thinking as a consumer is this. And that's how the dating
And
realm
it says
online
fuck.
is. Women are advertising this, but expect to get that. Now, how unreasonable is that? Imagine going to McDonald's and trying.
So what happens is that is the climate we currently live in. There's a lot of false advertising all around the board. There are so many females with the look back at it post. I've seen more asses on the internet in the last 5 to 7 years than I've ever seen in my entire life. And these exact same females that post their asses in these exact same poses every damn day also expect a man to wife them. Why? How? Where? When? You are exposing yourself for anyone and everyone to see at any point in time. Now, yes, I will say there are some females that do have Rizzos and Reyes, y'all's thought process. But unfortunately, I also do interviews on a regular basis.
Wait, what's Rizzo and Rhea process compared to Connie process? Wait,
I was
what's
just about
Connie
to say,
process?
she think the same
What's
thing.
I was responding to them. You mind your business right now.
I'm trying to say
That's
what's my process.
crazy.
What's my process?
I didn't say yours was any different, but I was having the cup. Okay, and Connie's process.
Thank you.
Okay. The
Include
bad
her
part
in the scope.
the bad part about it is in all of these interviews that happen, no, they're not saying what y'all are saying. And this is the same thing for guys, because I interview these dumb fucks too.
Okay,
And they
I seen your one podcast with the boys.
they are not they are sitting here. See, and the bad part about it is they don't know what to do. They're trying to do this, but then they're trying to do that because, see, we are the predators and you guys are the prey. So when the prey changes their mating habits, we have to adjust our hunting. But when we adjust, it's like, that's not what I want. And then there's like the other half of that, which unfortunately, these female niggas, these extra spicy, sassy, low vibration type guys that really they have nothing. Well, no, they do. They have everything to offer to no one because they coming in with the same energy you're coming in with.
Oh, I know. I was
so it's like you do your 50%. I'm gonna do my 50%, and I'm gonna talk with this extra lisp in my voice, type shit. It's not real. It's fucked up.
Not an extra
And I don't
risk.
understand what a men. I don't understand how men became less of men. Like you can't change tires, you can't change oil, you can't hang a TV on the wall. All you can do is beat cheeks and bitch.
It has a lot to do with the parenting.
Man.
It has a lot to do with the parenting. And I say that on a simple strength because due to I was just speaking to somebody about this the other day. I was like, it's crazy because based off of our music on what we grew up on, you know, we're in the generation to where we have Boys to Men, we got Blackstreet, we got Genuine. And it's like now this generation.
But see, 2 Live Crew was like taboo. That's who we had. We had 2 Live Crew, and that was the shit that was taboo for our generation.
No, I mean I get that, but what I'm saying
No,
is it's
I'm agreeing with you because I'm saying that was the bad part of it. Now in this generation, you don't have a Boys to Men, you don't have a Jodeci.
you got Sexy Red.
Oh, you
feel me?
Thank you.
You got
you
what's
have
the little twins?
ratchet music.
The little albino twins. You got them. I don't even know their names.
Albino
I don't
twin?
even
They're
know
like
who
I
you're
think they're like
talking about.
albino twins or something. The something boys. I don't even know their names, but I know they're from Florida. I
The
cannot-
ones that dance with Beyonce?
no, I know not them.
That's the Les twins, right? And they're dancers.
Yeah, but I know it's like you have a lot of different artists that are now getting more famous and stuff due to the fact because of the trash lyrics and the music.
And the more feminine the guy is, the
the
better
more
off.
masculine the women are. Like, look at, I mean, it's like, it's so crazy because although, don't get me wrong, I'm all for women standing up for themselves, but it's like literally about knowing your place. And a lot of these women, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if they beat on dudes now because it's like the roles are switching. Like, what's the girl named Sukiyana came out with a song. It was talking about reversing, now eating his ass. I'm like, okay, what man? But you have some men that are now okay with that.
Yeah,
But that
even-
just goes to show it has to do with the music. It has to do with, you know, this generation. It's like what they're allowing to be the new norm. And to us, we're just looking like, damn, like what is happening? You know, and it's like, I am a victim of this as well. I do this shit as far as, you know, just like with cigarettes. We've been trying to get rid of cigarettes from the lady that used to be on the commercial with the hole in her throat talking with the, you know, but they just put it into a different form. It's now in vapes, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, I do hit vapes. I stopped hitting vapes, but it just goes to show how they're just putting a new, you know, cover on the bullshit.
On
And
the
they're
same
just
shit
selling
they
it and
been
making money
having
off of
going.
it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Same shit,
Different toilet.
Different day.
different label. Just
I mean, look at Krishan and Blueface.
why are they even a thing? Like,
I don't even know, but she literally made a song saying that this man is gay and that she named her son after her because she's daddy.
And that's a prime example.
No, they
music. Like,
But
my
here's the bad part.
So
Here's
messed
the
up.
here's the bad part.
That's
Let's
so
talk about
wrong.
Krishan and Blueface real quick.
That's so wrong.
That's probably the most toxic relationship that has ever been handed to the world that we know of or we could physically see.
besides Jocelyn and Stevie J.
Okay.
yeah, no,
They're-
Listen.
I ain't gonna
They're
lie.
even worse, but they're even worse than
Dude.
these two. Okay, so like even right now, he's locked up. Where did she do? Where did she go? What happened? She put a whole tattoo on the side of her face.
Didn't
And
she?
moved back
she had it
into
on
his
her
house.
neck.
And move back.
Yeah,
okay,
and she
so
moved back into his
so
house.
here's what I say. Point blank. Period. You can see who the toxic really is.
Oh yeah.
She hands down, Because prior to her, the only toxic thing you ever heard about him, he had his baby mama and another chick in the house, and one of the chicks got into it with his mom and his sister.
I beg to differ on that
was-
whole situation. And I'm only saying this on a simple strength because I feel like there's both fault on both ends. And
Yeah.
I don't feel like there's nobody that's more toxic than the other because if I'm not mistaken, Blueface had a house full of females and he wasn't even feeding them females. He was treating them like fucking dogs and training, having them fight each other.
So that's the bad part. Unless you were on the OnlyFans or had access to the OnlyFans, these motherfuckers had a whole chef. They had food made. They was cooking. They had access to alcohol, weed, and yes, when the girls, because we know you put a bunch of females together, something's gonna happen. So he was like, instead of y'all fucking each other up, put the gloves on, go downstairs to like the basement, the big room, and let them fight each other. But no. And here's the other part. He wasn't there like 50% of the time.
But that's what I'm saying,
Yeah, he
though. It's
really
like,
wasn't.
why would, I mean, my whole thing is this. If you know that this is going to be something that is attached to your name, why are you okay with allowing for that to even take place?
Because he makes money off of
And
it.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Like,
because
people
he's
are
a
basically
business.
selling
Why,
their souls
why
for
do
this.
women? But so
Why do we watch Baddies Club?
He put a show on OnlyFans that showed a bunch of women acting a fool. What's the difference between a woman going and selling herself on OnlyFans, not acting? Like, people do anything for money today, and that
Facts.
is the
Definite
primary.
facts.
That is the primary issue with dating today. Dating today is not about love. It's not about relationship. It's not about duty. It's not about tradition.
Not
it's
for
not about your
everybody.
last
Not for
name.
Not for everybody.
Not for
We're
Not
not
for
talking.
everybody.
True.
Because you got
It's
some-
about getting to the bag. It's about getting to the money. It's about the next come up.
Okay, so I feel like with that, my whole thing is, yes, I am, focused on my career. I am focused on, being a mother. I'm focused on everything that I have going for myself, as well as, but what I can say is, looking for a relationship, no. But if a relationship happens to come and find me, then that's something that's a different story. As long as it's giving off, yet again, it's like I'm not going to block my blessing at the end of the day. And I know they say people will make time for who and what they want. So I feel like if you're coming into my life and if you're showing me that you can be a part of that peace and happiness, then of course I'm all for good energy and good vibes. And at the same time, with me being on my journey, I would definitely want to start off being friends first, transitioning, because if I can't be your friend first, then baby, we can't be together, because that's what needs to be focused on being built inside of a relationship. But it's like at the same time, although I am very busy, I make time for who and what I want.
You know the number one reason that I say the friends first thing doesn't work? Because almost all female got 10 to 15 niggas in their friend zone and they ain't trying to be
Okay,
with
but
them.
Okay,
that's-
no,
no,
hell
no,
no.
So
no.
I think
No.
you're not understanding what she's saying. So what
No,
she's
I
saying.
understand fully, but I'm going to talk my shit. I'm always going to talk shit. You know
Okay.
this.
I was
I
about
was
to
about to
intervene
say,
quick,
like-
oh hell no, ain't because that's too much. That's worse than no.
You
that's
got the
too much
friend,
to juggle.
and then you got the special friend. Them is two different type of friends. So the friend zone, the friend is in the friend zone. That's it. There's no coming back from that. But your special friend is like
Well,
a
some of them
different type
actually
of
do come back
friendship
from that.
you're working on. Okay, well, yeah, because a lot of people been in reconciliation mode.
Yeah, they've been red.
Fuck
So
that, I don't
and
want
a lot
shit
of
back.
friends that are also in the friend zone have already hit.
Not in my friend zone.
Yeah,
Not
that's
in
what
my
I'm
friend
saying.
zone.
For real. Like,
Not
you
in
was
my
not my
So
friend.
that
we done hit.
oh, this is little brother. Oh, this the best friend.
No,
we go back to
that's
yeah.
weird
Hell
as fuck.
That one had already
I don't
hit.
got no-
I hate when
hell
females
nah.
do that. Like, do not be tired. How the fuck you saying this your little sister, this your little brother, and you fucking them? Because then that makes me feel like you incestual. Because, like, who does that?
A lot.
That's
a lot.
Okay, but that's just
Yeah, that's inappropriate.
that's very.
It is.
very-
I ain't never looking at my brother in no sexual type of way. Now I'm never looking at my little sister in no type of way.
I'm not even finna fix my mouth to call you, bro, or,
Or
nothing
sis
like
or
that.
nothing
If
like
you
that,
are
yeah.
somebody that I'm having, because at the end of the day, we are too
Been knocking
grown.
it down.
We're too grown to play them
Girl.
games, and it's toxic. Like, who
Exactly.
has time? That's why I kid you not, I remove myself from any thing that serves me no purpose, and I'm not for casual sex. So at the end of the day, if it don't serve me no purpose on me giving my body to you in that form, then there's no need for me to sit there and say, oh, we're friends. But then it's like, no, because eventually feelings come attached to that, and it causes
Exactly.
problems. It's like driving a car with no damn maps. You're just driving. Like,
Eventually you're gonna run out of gas.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why, hell nah, I can't do that.
People just like to make up fucking definitions for shit and try to be weird with people know.
Yes.
Girl.
Yes.
A friend is not somebody that you sleeping with.
Man.
Or a best friend either.
Yeah, or no bro or no sis.
Hey,
Just
this
say
goes
what
back
it
to
is.
ladies' night, which is why I asked the question: can men and women be platonic? Keyword platonic,
And I told you-
non-sexual
I say no.
friends.
No.
Hell the fuck no.
I don't-
said
no.
For women,
Hold on,
y'all
hold
will
on,
always
wait.
say yes because y'all aren't looking at the dude that way. But that's the thing about the platonic aspect. You also have to look at the fact that how is that man really looking at you? How did y'all
Exactly.
meet? Where did he come from?
That's what I mean. Like, I believe men and women can be friends when the unattractiveness hits. Because some men will, because as I said, when you asked me that question, a lot of men will be friends with girls that they know they can eventually get with or they find attractive. Because, you know, just like any other man, they like being around beautiful women. Okay, that's fine. But it gets to the point where, oh, now she's going to open her mouth. I don't like the way she, you know, this and that, or oh, she doesn't know how to handle her liquor and she's sloppy. Don't want to be with somebody like that. And so I feel like men and women can be friends when the unattractiveness happens, because once that happens, it's like, yeah, I don't even want to touch you, but you're cool to be around.
It's crazy that you said that, because I agree to that, right? To a degree. I feel like sometimes people kind of like they don't have that much confidence, so they feel like, okay, well, I know person is going to be out of my reach, out of my league, so let me go ahead and settle to be a friend and show them how reliable, consistent, how, you know, all I could do and show all the right things. But even though they may have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, it's cool, because you know what, I'm gonna be there. But once that person mess up, guess who's gonna be there?
Again,
I'm cool.
But
The way-
that's why I said
the way-
unattractiveness, because as long as he finds you unattractive and you find him unattractive, y'all can be friends.
But men don't want unattractive friends, and again,
Facts, and that's why I'm about to.
we as men are predators. We are very
What you mean
predatory.
y'all don't want no unattractive friends?
But that's what I'm
Niggas don't want
saying.
no
I
unattractive
never.
friends.
Oh my god! I just said that women can be very, very beautiful but unattractive on the inside, and that can make a man not want to be with them or get with them.
But that guy's not going to be your friend, and that's what I'm saying. Men, when you look at the friends of male and female dynamics, she's usually a good person. He's usually a good person. Okay, but dude just doesn't meet your criteria. But again, because we are predatory on the way we look for love and relationships, men play the long game. They'll allow you to cycle, because one thing that all men know is, unfortunately, y'all make very bad choices in mates. Your mating strategy usually sucks. So we allow you to go through a whole lot of bullshit with a bunch of bullshit ass niggas as they continually show, I'm that nigga. I'm that man. I'm here for you. I'm going to be there for you. That nigga wasn't shit. I told you he wasn't shit. It's okay. I'm going to always be here for you. 10, 15, 20 years down the line. Why? Because again, as I said, there are a lot of men that have kicked the rock out the bucket, as in they've made it out of the friend zone and became that man. It's whether he's willing to truly stick around, and he has to bypass the fact of knowing, like, these is all the bodies that you gathered up in that time frame. But it happens, and it's real.
And this is why I say men are weird.
I
Like,
feel like-
I don't
what the fuck?
understand why y'all do the stuff that y'all do and then get mad at women when we look at y'all with disgust sometimes.
girl,
That
you
doesn't
better.
make sense.
Listen.
You know,
Like,
but
that
hold
is
on,
the dumbest
Rizzo.
thing
You know
I've
why
ever
it doesn't?
heard.
It doesn't make sense to you because you don't go after men. You've never been in the other side of the game. We go for you, and going for a woman. How high are your standards?
well, I mean, me personally, I feel like my standards are pretty high, pretty good. Yeah.
Okay, so when you see, and this is what you guys always take out of the picture. Y'all standards are so fucking high that most men don't make it to those standards. So it may be weird that they do that, but they have to wait for your standards to actually lower so he can get in.
Woo, that's some shit right there.
You know what's crazy?
What?
I don't agree.
But you know what? It's so funny that he says that, because I feel like I have 4 brothers, okay? And I feel like looking at how they can come off to be the most charming. They could be all of the above. But listening how they talk about how females are and how they think that they're going to be their friend until it's like they're basically waiting. It's kind of like, it's so wild to me. It really baffles me, because I'm just like, damn, like y'all really, be plotting on what y'all gonna say. Like I can't remember, somebody was telling me a crazy story about how they pulled a female, but they told her they worked at the railroad or they worked for the President Obama doing security, so they couldn't really, they when they would go to work, it was top secret shit. Like, and I was like, what the hell? Like, but it's like the females would really go for it. But it's like at the same time, I feel like as an adult, it's just basic requirements. Have
That's
a
what I'm
job.
saying.
Have a way to be able to get to and from me.
Exactly.
Have your own place at least.
Yeah.
Especially and I just feel like for me, that is as an adult, that is the basic requirements. Everything else I feel will come along. And that's why the majority of the times when I'm talking to guys or whatever, it doesn't work, because they don't have those basic requirements.
But again, you're talking. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Y'all are okay with that. But
Okay,
you
with what?
have basic requirements. But you have podcast after podcast, TV show after TV show, dating shows, all on network TV, Netflix, and everything else. 6 feet, 6 figures, 6-pack. Okay, which has nothing to do with what type of man he is. So when you have the majority, in a large scale majority of women sitting here and putting these different rules in place for a man where the average height is 5'8", we just pulled it up on Google the other day, the average income for a man is $35,000. It makes it extremely hard for said man. So many of them will come in faking it, because again, dating for men is not easy. See, we chase you guys, and because you guys are beauty, and that's just it. Like that privilege, because you guys are so privileged, and so many motherfuckers will come at y'all. You don't understand. He literally has to put himself out there at hundreds and thousands of different females to get one. You can put yourself out there and hundreds of thousands are just coming for you.
To fuck, not
Right,
to
okay.
marry.
It's
Yeah,
so
not to
Like,
do
I'm
anything
so tired of this
substantial.
goddamn conversation.
No, but here,
Oh
that's
my
again.
God.
But
They're not coming to do anything
and
substantial. They're
Thank
gonna
you.
waste your fucking time,
you.
piss you the fuck
Thank
off,
you.
and just gonna be having you wishing that you would have went the
Not
other
only
way.
that,
It's
not
which
only
is why
that-
I
hold on,
say
wait,
these
no,
niggas need to literally level up, because marriage at an all-time low, childbirth at an all-time low, actual relationships all-time low, divorce all-time high. So trust me, I understand the
Ain't
struggle.
nobody putting up with that shit no more. Fuck
Oh
you.
God.
I mean, honestly though, I feel like really what the real issue is, they don't have their priorities aligned.
There's no priorities in 2024.
There's no priorities.
These niggas don't have
and
priorities.
it's like that's what comes down to that. They'll do whatever behavior, because
Every nigga wants to be a rapper or a dope boy.
and I
Oh my
just feel
God.
like at
Or
the
a
end of the
model,
day,
or an actor.
I feel like, and I'm only saying this because I have brothers, so I can speak from that standpoint. As a man, from what my brothers show me, in order for them to be able to be at peace and be happy and be comfortable, they have to have that platform for them to be able to protect, and provide and be able to profess to their woman in that order, to the sense, because it's like they want to be able to be that man. They want to lead. But if you're out here trying to get with a woman when you still don't even have a car, you're still focusing on the wrong things. And it's like, at the same time, it's like your priorities are everywhere. You don't even know what you want out for you.
So I can
if you hold on, wait, no,
I can
because if you
agree to
can't
that.
be monogamous to yourself on what you need for yourself to get to the next level, then baby, you cannot be monogamous to me.
Again, I can agree to that to a certain point. The only reason that I would say to a certain point is the current world, the modern world that we live in today, has this thing called technology, which has blinded all of us. Because at the end of the day, was just having this conversation this morning. There was the big AT&T blackout, which also hit T-Mobile and Verizon, majority on the East Coast. Right? 2 days before that, the head of the FBI literally came out and said, so we're just going to be honest with you guys. China at this point has so much control over our entire infrastructure that we're just waiting for them to do whatever they're going to do whenever they choose to do so. They black out this world. We're going back to the simple of simples, where no ifs, ands, or buts about it. No running water, no lights, no electricity, no cell phones, no tablets, no social media. That will change the outcome. That means that people literally have to get back to their DNA traditional values. Men have to chop down trees and cut up wood to build a house.
That's a good workout for them. Maybe they need to do that because there's a lot of fat fucks out there now.
Well, and then at the end of the day, too, for the ladies, guess what? Y'all need men to protect you from the other violent assholes that are out there. That also change that. The chat. Okay, who is Safi Kamara says day-to-day speak? Oh my God, she came to this interview dressed like my little brother. Your local said, Jason been over here the whole time just shooting his shot.
Who is Jason? Jason who?
He's in Missouri. He's somebody I know. He said, "You sick B, gotta be true to the game. I'm out. No locks for me. Mr. Bulkies, the mac and cheese one. Yeah, he likes you. Hell yeah, he's hit on you before though. YSL, Don King, Rudy said they acting like you can't fuck with someone else while waiting.
First of all,
But how you waiting and you fucking with somebody else? That's not.
Like, what are you waiting
adding
for?
up.
Like, what are you waiting for if you're fucking with somebody
for
else?
y'all's husband, I'm gonna say waiting.
Because I'm not coming back to you while you doing that. Because you ain't waited then. Wait is just that. Wait.
I feel like, honestly, if people were to be a lot more upfront and honest about what it is that they want, it'll be able to make shit a lot more easier. Because that's why I feel like with me being the way that I am, I ask certain questions to be able to really find out. And it's like, it's crazy because I don't even ask what people are looking for anymore. I just ask what their plans is. Like, if you tell me that you finna go play ball overseas,
but
and
niggas lie.
They
I'm
do.
sorry.
They
yeah,
do.
but
No,
you
no,
got
they
enough
do.
time.
But the thing
I'm gonna
is-
give you enough time to show me. Eventually, you gonna show your
Yes.
true colors.
Which is
You
why
gonna
I
show
preach-
that you ain't got no real priorities and you're all talking no motion.
I preach to women, stop listening to these guys, make them show you something. Stop going out on dates, spend actual time, park bench,
Yes.
mall somewhere, sitting down, taking 2 to 3 hours for your first 2 to 3 dates of nothing but conversation. Fuck the alcohol, you don't need a drink. It,
Oh my
it
God.
blinds you.
Yes.
Fuck food, because that's pretty much, unfortunately, what a lot of them are in for. You're there for the meal. If you're truly interested in something that is worth it, that is long-term, life-term, you will have no problem sitting there where the only and primary focus is getting to know each other.
That is the absolute truth, and I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
I think that's my biggest thing right now is I think men need to get a little bit more creative with their dates. Because I love like painting at the park. I like going on walks.
Those are experiences
like-
those are experiences. And guess what? As a man, if dudes did that when they first get to know you, think about this. When you're actually his girlfriend, what makes you stand out from just regular nobodies?
Well, no, that's the thing. When I'm your girl, we're going to continue experiencing a bunch of new things. Just like when you go get with the next person, you can literally go to the same place but have a completely different experience. You
But
may
here's
even
the
like
bad
that
part.
experience better with them than you did me. Why
Here's
does
the
it
bad
matter?
part. Again, guys will take 15,000 women to the exact same place for the exact same experience, which makes it no good for him. It's just all about you. And you need to make sure, and again, I tell guys, stop taking every stranger out, giving them an experience.
I agree with that.
You should be doing this for the person you plan to spend the rest of your life with.
But yeah, that's why I said walks in the park, grabbing ice cream and just talking.
But that should be after y'all have established that y'all are going to be together.
I can't go on a walk in the park with somebody
Wait,
without
Yeah,
being
because
their
we have to
girlfriend.
we have to date.
I said a
Does
walk
it
in
have to be only
have
a phone
to date.
conversation?
No, I said spend time with each other, walk in the park. But to go painting and doing things like that, you're creating an activity. It's an activity-based situation. It's an experience-based situation, right?
Okay.
People will fake for that. And again, if he goes painting with you, he's going painting with her. Like, you got to understand, the way
I don't feel that's happening.
the way we are as men
You know,
is
every girl likes to paint.
what. Well, see, and that's
Because how do you have
that's what
enough
I'm
time
explaining.
to be doing that with the multiple girls at one time? Because painting is a longer process.
'Cause they do it. 'Cause
so
we
you're
do
gonna
it.
spend hours with me
Yes,
versus us
yes.
just going out to eat where we're probably gonna sit
Dudes,
in a restaurant for
that-
like
again,
an hour, 2 hours and a half.
We literally play the game. When we see one chick likes that, and then on the next one say, hey, instead of going on a date, we're going painting. Oh, I've never done that before. Not on a first date, at least. And he's going to recycle. He's going to repeat that process over and over and over and over again. That is what men do. Because once we see that one person likes it, he's going to see if a second or a third or a fourth or a fifth. And that becomes a first date, especially if he can afford to do that every damn time.
Okay, so I have a question, and I have a very good question. So the fact that when I asked somebody, it was a question that was asked that needed to be, it was like a poll, and it was saying for the first date, what would be more ideal? Like either going out to eat at the man's home or no. That was actually it. It was saying more of like an out experience, like pretty much just being out somewhere, or would you rather be at the man's home? And it's crazy because a lot of men, they were saying they rather it be at home. And it's like a lot of females had an issue with that because in their minds, if you say, oh, come over to my house, okay,
It's
well,
automatically sex.
automatically. But I had somebody, but it's like you just have some women who think differently because some women have been set up. Some women have been put in situations to where they've been, taken advantage of, and they have issues, being able to just be so quick to go to that person's house. So it's like the men that be like, oh, well, I don't feel the need to not want to spend money. But then it's crazy because I even said it, which is crazy. She said it because I said the same thing. Like, why not go in like for a walk for a park? I mean, going for a walk in the park or something like that. But he was like, oh, I'm not trying to be outside. I'm like, that don't make no sense then. Because if you want to invite a woman over to your house for a date, I just don't understand because they was more so on the whole, like, what is it I'm trying to say? They were trying to
See, you got to pay attention to a man's motives.
but that's the thing though, because it's like as you pay attention to the conversation and it's more going up based off on how he's presented, like, oh, well, you're so sexy, you're so this. If he's more about the physical appearance and he's not really trying to get to know me, and you invite me over to your house and like I'm automatically going to think sex. If you're not trying to ask certain things like, oh, what are you interested, like more about me mentally, not more about my appearance, then that's where the conversation goes. But I feel like going to a person's house for the first day, like, I don't know, like to me, it's a no.
So
It's
Marcy
definitely a
said,
no.
sit on a park bench and ask, what are the situations? Sit on a park bench and ask, what are the situations or scenarios that made them the person they are today? It gives a lot of information. Rudy said, ain't nothing but anxiety on that couch. Here's the thing.
Ain't nothing but what?
What? Ain't
Anxiety.
nothing but anxiety on this couch.
Anxiety on what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It seemed like I feel like Riz got a lot of people that just wanted to come on here just because they knew she was on here and they wanted to say something just because.
Hey, come talk shit then. I don't even care.
That's the
Come
crazy
talk
part.
shit. You guys are upset about what I said. Come talk shit. I don't care.
But that's the crazy part. It's like, what are y'all really focusing on? Are y'all actually focusing on the topics that's being discussed, the different opinions, or are y'all just more so focused on trying to tear her down? Because at the end of the day, it's not going to work. So,
Lawrence says,
Yeah.
why don't women just ask about intentions up front?
facts.
Because
that fuck
No,
that.
for real.
I agree, and that's what I do.
hold
So
on.
People will tell
hold
you
on.
every
that
time.
that goes back to ladies' night when I asked the question: is can women handle the truth?
And I
Very
told you-
far few between can.
I told you it comes with maturity.
Yeah, but the level of maturity that it takes to take the actual answer is totally different, because then we also have to do this. Do y'all ladies can all agree? Men only want sex. Yes or no?
No.
No, that's not every man. That's
No.
some men. Because some men are pigs. All men are not pigs. The
That's
ones
just
that
like
was
saying,
raised
Listen,
right.
at the end of the day, everybody wants sex, men and women. But it's all about your intention with that person. I'm tired of everyone being like, no, I don't want sex. Yes, the fuck you do. When I
Right.
first seen you, I thought you were sexy. I thought you looked good, because it's the same way for females. When I first saw a guy, I thought, damn, you look good. Let me go say something. Let me go look cute. You know what I mean? You know? And then we talk, and I'm like, okay, now I'm more attracted to you because now you're stimulating my mind, not just my
body.
attraction level. And that's why I'm just like, everyone wants sex. It's about the intention behind it. You trying to make love when we have sex, or you just trying to bust it out? Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Are we in this for the long term? Are we gonna build? Are we just like, it's all about the intention behind it.
Facts. Definite
And that's
facts.
why when they're like, oh, what are, like, when you guys are saying like, why don't women ask this? And you're like, oh, well, it comes with a certain level of maturity. I feel like, yeah, you said there's different levels. I think there's just one level. If I'm not interested, I'm not interested, and you shouldn't be upset with that.
I was reading this book, and it's crazy because they were going in depth on females taking that initiative to actually set their, like, let it be known on what it is that they want, what they're looking for, and what they expect out of their man. But it all goes down to, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's how you present it. So it's like at the end of the
We
day.
just had that conversation, now, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
I actually made that into a okay. It is true.
But yeah, so like I was saying, it's just more so like it's about that woman being able to like lay the law. Like, what is it that you want? Because if this man, if you leaving it up to him and he doesn't even know what he wants, like, y'all just gonna be fucking with each other just to be fucking with each other. And it's like, then when shit happens the way it happens, it's because nobody set that tone. Nobody let it be known on what they want. They're just going with the flow. And that's where people mess up at. So that's why after I started reading that book, I've been getting to, my solution faster with a person, because it lets me know up front what it is you want. And asking as far as short-term goals and things like that, that's going to let that woman know if she wants to even be a part of that. Because like I was getting at earlier, if I'm talking to somebody that plays ball overseas, and I'll be like, so what are your short-term goals within the next 3 to 6 months? And he'd be like, oh, I'm going to be traveling this amount of time. I'm going to be going here, there. Okay, that lets me know that you're cool, but I don't want to, engage myself in that because you're not even finna be here. You're finna be gone traveling. So you're not going to be able to have that time to invest in me at the end of the day, unless you're trying to do a long distance relationship. And right now, that is not for me.
But
Because
that also comes with holding up boundaries, though, because there's plenty of women, and I'm not trying to come after y'all, but let's be real. There's plenty of women who will have guys turn them down, and they'll be like, oh, okay, like, I'm fine with that. And then they're friends with this guy, just like how guys are friends with females. And then now this guy has a girlfriend, and now it's an issue. Or now this guy's getting attention from another girl, and it's an issue. But it's like, we already stated, I'm not ready for a relationship. We already stated we're just going to continue to be fuck buddies. So if you start feeling some type of way, you need to communicate that to me, right? And these girls won't communicate that, and now there's drama. Now there's a situation. Now there's confusion.
they lack morals.
That's what I mean. Like, you
they
have
lack
to
standards.
That's what I mean. You have to be able to hold up your boundaries, because if I tell, because that's another thing too. Girls will lay out like what they're looking for in a man, and a guy will start that way, right? Because there's been plenty of times where I'm like, yeah, I want this, this, and this, and they'll be like, okay,
And then he acts that
hold
way.
on, wait. It'll be good for like 3-6 months, and all of a sudden, Now he's trying to see what boundary he can surpass. Now he's trying to see if, oh, well, now that I have her on this level, maybe she'll let me do this. And it's kind of like I'm irritated with that too. So it's kind of like we just need to uphold boundaries as well.
I feel like, honestly, yet again, because I've been reading a lot of books, you have
Go
time
ahead.
and stuff, but it's like, I feel like with me reading these certain type of books, it goes more so being able to understand, a woman in her feminine energy, as well as recognizing a man that's in his masculine energy. And it's like, at the end of the day, a woman that knows what she wants and stands on it, that's going to be, it's so easy to bring that out of that man. It's going to go based off the vibes. But at the same time, it's like paying attention to a person's conversation is what will let you know eventually what it is they want and what it is they're looking for. Because if I was to tell a man, what it is that I like, he's going to just do what I like. He's not, if I just give him an estimate, like, I'll be like, okay, well, I like, my favorite color is pink. So that's going to be like, okay, well, her favorite color is pink. So let me look at pink stuff. It's going to allow him to have a variety of things, not just that one target thing. If I be like, I love pink flowers, then he's going to constantly bring me pink flowers, nothing else. Why? Because that's all I said that I like. It's all about communication.
You guys have hit on something, and this happened on the last ladies' night. So you guys have actually hit on a topic, and I do want to go over this a little bit, but we're going to listen to this real quick first, okay?
Okay.
Married a woman he's only known for 7 months. Congratulations to my brother, and I love him, right? But this is the twist. He was with a woman for 10 years. Everything she asked my brothers to do, he is doing for this woman that he has only known for 7 months. Bottom line, bro, I love you if you're watching this, but I had to share it. Stop begging these men to do things you need to be done, because he is not going to change for you. He will never be the man you need him to be, because you are not the woman that he wants to be with. People change for who they want to change
Facts.
for. Stop preaching and start waiting patiently for your husband.
Okay, so what I wrote on this goes this
that's
way.
some nasty work.
The underlying issue: a woman can make a list of all the things she wants and deserves, but can't pick a good man to save her life. The list doesn't mean anything when you don't even follow your own list.
Monogamous.
You went to the grocery store and came back with nothing on the list.
Okay. No, that's what I'm saying. Telling a man what you want, upholding those boundaries. The moment you surpass that, it's like, again, you went to the grocery
but
store.
there's so many women that go to the dating grocery store and they got this long list of what they're looking for. But when they come out, this man is none of that criteria.
Oh, yeah. Just like there's a lot of women out there who want Louis Vuitton bags but can't afford to get a man a Gucci wallet.
Hello.
So it's like at some point in time, both sides need to have a standard and stand by it.
Agreed.
And if you end up by yourself because you haven't found anyone that meets your standard, don't leave the fucking grocery store. But also, stop giving out the goods. Don't be checking out. Don't go through the candy bar aisle and try to get something sweet in the meantime.
Yeah.
Do y'all agree?
No, listen.
Yeah,
I say
agree.
everyone can live their life the way they want to live their life, because there's men out there who cheat on every female that he's ever been with and then get with one female and, like that video just said, change for that person and find love. There's plenty of women who have been porn stars and then stop doing porn and be with one man. Like, so I say people live your life, because you're going to find your person regardless, because there's one person for everybody.
Well, that's not true. Women outnumber men 7-1.
Hold on. Okay, but there's also a lot of women out there who love women. So there you go. So the odds will even out.
But there's guys that like guys.
There's the alarms at. That was a good one, right? Thank
True,
you.
but at the end of the day, it's like, no, we have to be honest here, because even over history, 98% of women have produced children, whereas only 45% of men have produced children. So we can't always say that someone is meant for everyone, because there's a lot of people that don't get anyone. And that is just a fact of reality.
But that's by
But
choice,
how are you
though.
coming up with those statistics when it takes a man and a woman to have a baby? A woman can't have a kid without.
How many females have more than one baby daddy? Because I'm a product of that too. I got 2 baby mamas.
I mean, but how many
The
men?
upper
I know,
epsilon-
but how many men donate sperm to put into these women
How
to
many,
be a single parent?
How many kings had wives and concubines? How many, like, you literally Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan damn near has attachment or blood. His descendants are in almost every single race all over the world. Like the upper echelon, the top of men, which is what most women go for. Like if every NBA player wanted to fuck 10, 15 different chicks, like they would gladly go for it and have their babies. There's a reason that Nick Cannon can do what Nick Cannon does. Women have typically always went for the top tier man. The bottom of the barrel man usually doesn't get a chance.
And why is that though? Because their priorities are all over the place.
No, women usually want safety, security, and protection. Like protection, you want safety, security, and provision. Bottom of the barrel man can't provide.
But why is that though?
Okay,
Because
but
not
their
all of
priorities
us
are
are
in the wrong
not all
spot,
of
like
us.
she just said.
Not all of us are equal. Not all men are equal. Let's just be honest.
Okay,
not
but that's
all men
why-
are equal.
Okay, so all men can't get no job. All
Right.
men can't get
No,
up.
we're not saying they can't. They make their own choices. I mean, not all females are good females. They make their own choices. But the difference is a not good female, if she wanted some dick, somebody's gonna fuck her. Somebody will knock her up.
Okay, but I think that's why I'm confused on the numbers, because it takes a man and a woman to make a baby, right?
Huh?
I think that's why I'm confused on the numbers. And did the answer get answered? The
No,
question get
It
answered?
did. No,
'Cause I
so
don't feel like
women
it
Because
did.
them numbers is still not matching up. Because
'Cause you
even
just-
with the person having multiple baby fathers, I mean, still a lot of these baby fathers be having multiple baby mamas.
So
We having
that
16,
no. That is
17
that is
kids
what I'm
out
saying.
here.
That's what I'm saying. The biggest thing is a man that is an upper echelon type man that can offer safety, security, and provision will have multiple women in his lifetime, which means that number he has already removed multiple men out of the scenario. He's removed because he has been those multiple men he's been that one man to multiple women.
Maybe I'm just slow. I need to understand this better.
All right, so I have an older brother. He's
No.
got 15 kids, 8 baby mamas. Does that make sense now?
15 kids.
What was the
8
percentages again?
98 to 45.
45 was who?
45 is the men.
Okay, I'm not understanding.
Okay, Solomon had
Are you
700 wives and concubines. One man.
Are you saying like the amount of kids to the woman? Because I'm 'cause
So
either way, like he's still
98% of women have bore children, where only 45% of men have been able to make children.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
Yes. So
So you're saying you're saying that some men are just so ugly that they're not gonna be able to
ugly,
procreate.
poor. So I mean, let's go
Okay,
back
but
to the
that
days of
doesn't
like
make- that
kings and
doesn't-
queens. The kings, queens, knights, and all them, they had the pick of the litter. The peasants that were down there working, maybe they weren't quite man enough to become part of the army, but they were like right there.
Can I tell you
so
something?
he gets to look at a peasant here and there.
You know how many couples I've seen where there's plenty of dudes, pretty boys looking at these guys like, oh my God, like how did he get her? And she's the breadwinner. So I feel like you can provide security and things like that without.
But you're looking at what the world is today. Like the technology and the world we live in today is only 80 years old. We've been around for 230,000 years. We've only had technology for 80 years.
But
So back in the day, you had no choice but to go for the biggest, strongest motherfucker that could protect you. When Genghis Khan was coming through, if he wanted to kill you and take your wife, that's what he did. Unless you could protect yourself.
Okay.
Alexander the Great, Shaka Zulu. Like, we have a whole history of the biggest, strongest men in all of Africa, Asia, and every other country, and they had hella females.
You know, I mean, if I was if I was a man and I had to basically kill somebody to make sure they didn't kill me and take my wife, I mean the odds are in both of our favors. Somebody gonna die.
Yeah,
like,
true,
like
true.
I don't think that's fair to bring up.
Well, no, because
like,
that man came through with an army,
exactly,
and you're just
that's-
sitting there
and
chilling.
And it's just me. Like that's not fair.
It's not, but no, that's the whole point. A man's life since the beginning of time has never been fair. We have to be an upper epsilon, super strong, ridiculous, crazy type of dude to get a you.
And then you have the females who have to be, they have to be of a certain caliber as well. But, yet again, with this generation of dating, it's all about knowing how to understand your place and playing your position accordingly. Because at the end of the day, it's kind of like, you do have women that are chasing, they're chasing the bag. But once it does come down to that man, knowing what it is he wants, it's like, and it's like touching up on that video that you have played. As far as if a woman posts, something about money or whatever, I feel like, okay, by her posting about money, that shouldn't intimidate a man. If anything, that should let that man know, like, okay, she is focused and grinding right now. So with that being said, if I shoot my shot and reach out and she responds back to me, cool. Now lets me know that's something I know about her that we both have in common. I mean, she likes to make her money. I like to make my money. But now let's see what else we could bring to the table.
So men don't see that as intimidation. You know what we actually see that as?
What you see that as?
So as a man, like I'm in corporate America, we have these conversations quite often. We know that usually a female that is that interested in money and achieving stuff, it has a level of masculinity that doesn't turn us on. Because high earners, top earners because we know it's a dog eat dog world. We know what we had to go through to become successful ourselves. So you have to step on other people. You have to do certain things to become that top dog. So when that person is so dead set and so in the mind frame of achieving and getting money and getting to the bag and having those things, that is the same as kind of dealing with another dude. We know she has masculine traits. It's not that they're intimidated. Most men don't want to deal with the masculinity aspect.
So by her posting about her getting to the bag,
you're giving the wrong impression.
I could see if she was like, "This is all I'm focused on, fucking nigga, whoop 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 whoop," then that's something I can understand because she's basically putting it out there to the world. She doesn't need a nigga.
You just sound like you was singing City Girl song.
But I mean, that's pretty much what this. Yet again, that just goes to show what this generation is. But if that woman is putting her achievements and what it is she wants to, achieve in life, like she could even put a prayer. It don't necessarily mean she's a damn nun. Like no, it's just something that she supports.
Yeah,
it's something she agrees with.
Exactly, because my thing is I'm not gonna sit back and miss out on traveling and making money and other things just to make another man feel comfortable, just so I can maybe get some dick and have some kids. Like that just doesn't make fucking sense to me. So if men are that insensitive about it and they're like, oh well, you're masculine because you're getting to a bag and spoiling yourself and things like that, so you don't necessarily need me, or oh, I know you had to do certain things to get where you are, so I don't necessarily respect it or want to be with that person. Like, so you just don't want to be with another you. If you don't like you, then fix it.
Well, no. So again, there's a part of that you missed.
Say it.
Men traditionally have always been known. We have gave you those experiences of taking you traveling and doing those things and showing you the world. So when you go and do those things previous, aka go get the experience before him, he then has to question himself, what can I take you to do? What can we go do together?
Again, that's an insecurity thing. That's something that he has to deal with. Because my thing is, you can go to the same place and have a different experience.
Yeah, like she keeps saying, you literally can go. I can go somewhere by myself. I go to Greece by myself and have a good time, and then I can go to Greece again with my significant other and have the most amazing time, because one, you have someone else there with you to share an experience. So you guys are creating an experience together. And just because I've been to a place where I've experienced something once doesn't mean that I'm going to go through the same experiences. We might go to different restaurants or different places.
Men have been raised their entire life and been told that they need to be providers and give women experiences, that when they hear that, they feel like they don't get to, like when you take a man and hold on, when there's a man and a woman in a relationship and that man for who knows what reason is no longer becomes the breadwinner and you have to pick up the slack, does that man not act out?
Again, that's an insecurity.
No,
thing.
that's not an insecurity. It's a DNA thing.
Thing?
The way men were.
You're telling me that biologically
Hold
you
on,
guys
so-
are acting out because
so we're gonna
you're
go to-
upset with where you're at in life.
Let's go to
Come
another.
on, dude. This is some bullshit.
You have two sons in there.
some
They've never been.
bullshit.
Hold on,
Oh my God, this is
Rizzo,
some
Rizzo,
bullshit.
hold on. You have to actually
This is why
listen
I'm
to
single. This is why
Rizzo.
niggas don't like me.
You have two sons in there, right, Connie? Okay. Do your sons show you actual moments of things that men do when they are adolescent boys? Do they? You're a single mom right now, right? Do they not act like your protector?
Oh, that off tops. Yes.
Who taught them that?
Shit.
That it's natural.
Nah. I mean, well, it could be, but I just know that that's how their dad is.
Okay. But did their dad sit them down and say, "Hey, this is how you have to be"?
No, their dad saw how he was with me, so they pretty much kind of do the same thing.
Do they act
Kids
out?
watch.
Do they act out and do things that you go, "Why in the fuck is this nigga doing that? He ain't seen that nowhere." That you see grown men do?
You would have to give me an example on what it is exactly. I would.
Well, it depends because I don't know. This is the first time I'm meeting them, so I can't even really say with them. So, for instance, I have children, a boy and a girl, okay? And I see how my son protects his sister,
Okay.
the older brother and the younger brother.
They're taught that.
No,
They're taught that, and I say
I
that.
see when John or Justice end up getting allowance, but Jayana didn't. You know what happens?
She's 9 times out of 10, she's gonna feel away because she didn't get none either.
No. One of them come here, and slides her something. You know, you
No.
didn't.
And you're telling me they didn't see you do that?
Why would they do? I'm the one that gives them the money.
But that's my point. So they're going off of what they see you do. Kids
But
learn.
I'm giving them allowance.
No, I understand
She didn't
that.
do
but
what she
kids
was supposed to
learn.
do.
Yeah, but kids learn, and understand too. Like kids are born innocent. Like they're taught to be assholes.
Facts.
So if you're teaching your kids generosity, caring, and loving, and things like that, and you are literally showing that you are giving money based off of hard work or because I love you or because I care about you or even just because, they're going to do the same exact thing. So you just can't sit there and be like, it's in my DNA to just be generous. You're
not-
taught
Yeah,
that.
'cause
Not
it's
on,
not.
it's,
No,
it's
men
taught
are
everything.
men are natural providers, which
But why
naturally
though?
makes
But
them generous.
why are they natural
No.
providers though? Because
This
they are
is-
My
taught
brother's
that.
lazy.
They
than a
are
bitch.
taught that, and I
Thank
say that in a
you.
sense because
They
at
do
the same
not-
time, you have
Red
to
running
understand,
away.
just like how Rizzo said, when it comes to these children, yes, there is certain traits and features that these kids are going to have based off of genetics, but as far as what they are taught, how they act, how they respond, their behavior, that is based off of parenting.
And what they
If that
see.
parent, like, and it goes to show, like, you know, I was reading this thing on the social media saying how, no, it was an interview. This guy was saying for the longest, he felt the way about his mother because I guess her and his stepdad had ended up splitting up, but she had a separate account. That's all that the son knew, but he felt a way about the mom because he felt that the man was the only one that has money. He felt that the mom was a gold digger until he realized, like, it goes based off on what the kids see. If certain things is explained to that child, he'll have a better understanding. That's why when it comes down to my kids, they will not come and ask me for money up front. Why? Because they know my main thing I'm going to ask. I will give you what you need, not what you want. If you want some damn Takis or something or some Prime, then guess what you're finna do? We're finna go either DoorDash, $5 an hour, or you're finna go knocking door to door. You're finna learn how to work for your money. Why? Because you would not rely on your mother to actually give you stuff that you feel is more so for your benefits, for recreation use. So therefore, when it comes to food, when it comes to your house, that's stuff as a mother that I'm going to provide. But when it comes to stuff that you want, then yes, I'm gonna show you how to go out and work for it. Because now my kids, I don't want them thinking, oh, my girl, when I get older, she's gonna take care of me. Why? Because my mom took care of me. So that's what I'm used to. No, your mom's gonna show you how to cook for yourself, how to clean for yourself, how to do for yourself. Because at the end of the day, I can't teach my sons how to be a man, but I can teach them how to love a woman, how to respect a woman,
And be
how to know what
self-efficient.
that love feels like. So therefore, when it comes down to it, when they go with their father, they listen. Their dad can teach them because their dad's not over there being both mommy and daddy. No, he's being just a father. Same with me. I'm not going to try to take that role to be a man. So yes, I am taking up for both parents in my household, but I am not going to teach my boys how to be men. I will teach them how to respect women as young men growing up, and how to love a woman, as well as how to be loved by a woman, and how to do for a woman, and how to do for themselves. I'm not teaching them anything else, because even though they know of ratchet shit, they know of cuss words, it's a lot of things they are aware of, but that's because I teach them that. Same with guns. I'm not going to have my kids thinking to be afraid of guns. No, it's not that guns kill people. People with guns kill people. So, yet again, once I get my gun license, I'm going to make sure that my kids are aware of how to use a gun, get access to it.
You don't need a
because
license in Arizona.
my whole thing is that, you said what?
You don't need a license in Arizona.
Oh,
Sure
say less.
don't.
Say
Yeah,
less.
You can go you in and out in
Go
15
get you
minutes.
one right now.
But
Marquis says kids definitely watch a lot and pick up on a lot. Marcy says kids are always watching even into adulthood, and they are watching, listening, not so much. Rudy says, how many women chose to have children with men who told their ass they don't want kids?
Listen, you know what's crazy? I was telling my guy friends this, and maybe women will hate me for this, but I see it like, upholding your boundaries, right? So we're sitting there doing our thing. As an adult, we're both making a decision consently to maybe do the pull-out method, things like that. We both talked about, I don't want kids. I don't, understand. As a man, I feel like you should put up a contract and have a mofo sign it at the bottom, so then they don't come after you later for child support, because
That wouldn't work.
That definitely.
Yeah, because pull-out doesn't even work. The pull-out method doesn't
You got
even work.
pre-cum.
It's like,
Okay,
exactly.
but that's what I mean,
So
but that's why I'm saying, like,
just use a condom.
But that's what I mean, like when two adults are making a decision saying, well, I like it better because it feels like this or whatever, and she knows, okay, he doesn't want kids. She made a decision. I know he doesn't want kids, so if this happens, I might have to make a decision that I don't want to make. And that's something that women need to think about, and they're not thinking about it. And this is why I tell men, like, if you have that conversation, you should probably get a contract signed up.
Unfortunately,
and at the bottom,
the contract would not hold up.
That's fucked.
Honestly, I feel like when it comes to those situations, what people fail to realize, even when it is not, when they think it's not their fault, baby, it is your fault. Because whether you be like, oh, well, I told her I didn't want no kids, whether that woman agreed to it or not, guess what? You put yourself in that position and you lay down with this woman and you had unprotected sex with her. Now, guess what? She made a decision to keep that baby after the fact. Why? Because it's her. People change all the time. So, but you can't say nothing because you did that to yourself. You made that decision to lay down with this woman, not knowing her from Adam and Eve. So therefore, you can't be mad when she takes it upon herself to go and keep the baby. Or
There's a level,
I'm not saying she can't
there's
keep
a level
the
of
baby.
accountability
I
on both
definitely
ends.
agree. Here's the thing. I feel
I'm talking
like
about
there
child
is
support and stuff.
But
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not talking about that.
I feel like
though,
the
boo.
accountability
talking
is
about
on the
that.
woman and the man, because regardless of what somebody says out of their mouth, the moment that you decide to consciously put your penis inside of me with no condom, knowing that I'm not on no type of contraceptive, no birth control or anything, we are both liable. We are both agreeing.
People are accountable for whatever happens.
for this baby
You
if
can't
there is a
blame
baby
her.
to be conceived.
Facts.
No, but
Because
that's
you
why
can't
she
say
can't
I didn't
blame
want
you.
no kids, but you hitting me raw.
Right.
If you didn't want no kids, you would be taking the extra steps to ensure you don't have no kids, not putting that trust in the female or the female putting the trust in the dude to do it. It's just you both are conscious adults making a conscious decision to lay down and have sex
And
together.
let me
so
add
if
on
you
to that.
procreate, that's on you.
Not only that, let's just be
Both
real.
of you.
As human
both
beings,
of them.
men and women, the moment that you end up in that moment, you do lose cognitive consciousness. As in, y'all make the wrong fucking decisions.
They lose that
you
power.
make bad decisions because you are lost in the moment. And that is the one moment that more people make mistakes than anything else. So if you're going to sit here and play the blame game, whether you are the baby mama or the baby daddy, understand you have to hold the exact same amount of accountability as the other person.
You pick that person. At the end of the day, like you are, yet again, it all comes back down to you taking that accountability. You picked that person. You took the time to go and hang out with this person. You took that time to drop your drawers and go in it raw. But now you don't want to have no responsibility when it comes down to that woman making that decision on how she moves forward. You took that chance and you knew it was a 50-50 chance. It just didn't work out in your favor. But now you're upset with her because life has been lifing for you. And at the end of the day, it's like, that's why when people, you know, like when it comes to my kid's dad or any of my ex-boyfriends, I'm not going to sit there and put, why are you putting the moaning?
That's
It's
what I'm
the
trying to
moaning.
figure out. Like, I'm so confused.
Like, what are you?
And it was getting worse
This is
and
not a
worse.
sexy topic right now. This is not a sexy topic right now. But no, it comes to show, like, when it comes down to me talking about people I dealt with in the past, you're not going to see me putting them down in a sense, because at the end of the day, why? It's going to describe how the type of person I am. Oh, kind of, you date
I
people.
say that all the
and
time. If you talk about
put
your
them
baby
down.
daddy, you
Like,
talking about yourself.
facts, because you picked him. You chose
If you talking
him.
about your baby mama, you talking
kept
about
that
yourself.
Baby.
Yes.
You kept it. So now, guess what? He's a part of you, whether you believe it or not. And now you guys have that child. But it's all about being able to understand. It comes down to being the maturity level. You have to be able to understand, like, you know what? Take this one to the chin. Yeah, I fucked up, but you know what? I'm gonna have to take my responsibilities and do my shit as a mother, a father, or whatever. But yeah, no.
And then you have the trap a nigga baby, and you have the trap a female baby.
It's
So-
not no trap a nigga.
You can't trap anybody. It's that the thought process itself is
Stupid.
childish. It is stupid. It shows a high level of immaturity.
No, I don't agree with that. Okay, I don't even sleep with men, but I'm just gonna tell you, I feel like some of them do be trying to trap people. Because, okay, so here's the trapping when you have the condoms and you have the women that purposely poke holes through the condom package so that they can attempt to get pregnant. And now at that point, you are trapping someone because
But it's still a
they're
lack of
taking
immaturity.
the steps of precaution, but that step is not secure because you're damaging the product to make sure of that.
Well, they're not trying to.
Or
in that
telling a man
case, it's not trying to trap the man. They're probably trying to trap his paycheck.
But sometimes
his
men
bank
do it.
account.
No, but sometimes men do it to women.
That's why I say men and women on both
They'll
ends.
sabotage each other.
On both ends, that is the dumbest thought process because you cannot physically trap someone, and it's not a win-win situation.
It's definitely
As a
an
man,
attempt.
use the dumbest fucking thing you could ever do in life because your ass gonna end up on child support.
It's definitely, an intent. It's they try to make it seem like,
You got
it's
them
the
snacks
trap
again
nigga
over there,
or
huh?
whatever. But it's like at the same time, listen, for a man, y'all have that control. If a woman is on top of you, and if you know you don't want that baby, fuck that 15 seconds of feel good or whatever. Once you know you finna come, you better throw her ass off of you.
And if you don't, go ahead and hit me up. I can teach you, not personally, physically,
what?
but I can teach you how to control your flow.
Okay.
You can
I'm
teach
so over it.
as a man, you can withhold your semen retention. You can withhold your semen. Even it doesn't matter how close to the point of no return you can get. There are things that you can do that will help protect you.
So.
But why do all of that instead of just using protection, doing what you got to do, or stop just laying up with people until you know that this person
Thank
is
you.
of some importance to you?
Thank you.
Before you share your body, because one, it ain't just about the 15 minutes, if they even go 15 minutes, because who the fuck going 15 minutes? But either way.
I said 15 seconds, so I mean 15 minutes.
Yeah,
that's a bit of
15
a stretch.
seconds.
Who the fuck y'all been fucking with? Good
They-
Lord.
These motherfuckers be asleep
It's
within
the
10
semen retention.
seconds. Like, I don't know. You just shouldn't be having unprotected sex.
I mean, but I definitely
Agree, unless
feel
you're in a
her on
relationship.
that. But I feel like that's why when it comes down to my method, because after my second son, I said, okay, I'm making that decision for me to make sure that before I do have another child, I prefer to be married because I choose to not be another statistic to this generation of baby mothers who have all these different kids. So
Talking
I make that
shit.
decision. Although I don't agree with messing with Mother Nature like that, yes, I got the birth control, the most strong birth control that's out there, which lasts up to 10 to 12 years. And that gives me that time because if I come across somebody who I feel that we're on that level, then we can both make that decision. It could be a conversation that can be had beforehand. So I get to have that control because I don't want to put myself in that 50-50 situation to where now I'm like, damn, am I going to get my period this month? Hell no. Why? Because I know I protected myself when it comes down to it. So moving forward, I just feel like people just don't want to do that contraceptive when it comes down to protecting themselves. And therefore they're going to be held accountable when it comes down to whoever gets pregnant next because they're not taking them safety precautions. Period.
I love being celibate.
Celibate it is, celibate it that. Listen.
Oh God, I love being celibate.
No sex, no sex. Dude.
So in 2024, what do y'all think about dating?
Honestly, it's a trip
It's
because hold on, wait,
trash.
because it's honestly trash because niggas can't
It's
take
a game.
rejection.
I honestly feel like with the dating pool in this generation, I feel like as long as you are focusing on what you need to take care of, everything is going to come to you. Focus on you and yours and worry about leveling up for yourself, and your wants are going to naturally want you because you're going to attract what you are, period. I mean, unless you are just, settling for less and, just allowing anybody just to come up to you and approach you, because I get it all the time. People be like, oh, you look intimidating good. If I intimidate you, then baby, I'm not what you want. Because I don't want to intimidate the man that I want. If anything, I should attract that man that wants me to that degree, that knows what he wants of a woman. Because at the same time, not too many men know what the fuck they want. And that's what the problem is with not even 2024, just this generation of dating,
yeah.
period. Nobody knows what they want. Nobody stands on what they want.
Now, I'm going to go to the person that stands out in the room at the moment. Rhea. Since you date women,
Yeah.
how is that going?
How is what going? As far as dating a woman or
Like
finding-
we
The dating pool for
the
women.
dating pool for women, because we know that the dating pool for
Men.
today is trash, right? But you're dating women.
What is that like, girl?
The dating pool for women is garbage. As fuck.
Okay.
And honestly, some of these women gonna do you worse than a man gonna do you anyway. So they garbage. They garbage. It's nothing out there right now. Everybody is toxic. They got some type of trauma. They stuck on an ex, or
They're trying to find the love of a parent in somebody else.
yeah, they want you to take care of them. They looking for you to be their mama, and nobody's asking for that.
No one knows how to have conversation. Get offended by everything you say.
So I'm gonna give.
And then there's so many options. Like they're sitting on Instagram. They have dumb friends encouraging them to do dumb shit. Like they
Oh my
don't
God,
have
yes.
nobody fucking talking any type of sense to them.
Yes.
It's like the emotional intelligence is garbage now because everything again is just like a meme or just social media. Like
Talk that shit, girl.
they just go online and find somebody to co-sign on some dumbass shit that they're saying that probably doesn't even make any fucking sense. And it's like nothing's real. You can't you can't have a real conversation with anybody anymore because everything is fucking meme.
Yeah, like for instance, I can't even sit here and tell.
Or some shade room topic, hot headline.
Yeah.
When do you start talking like that? That's not even your lingo. You just literally seen that online and now you're using it. Oh, I'm standing on business. When do you start standing on business? When do you start saying you was standing on business?
When
When
T.I.'s
you
son
seen that
said
shit
it.
on Instagram 50,000 times,
Girl,
and
yes.
now all of a sudden you standing on business, man. If you don't get the fuck out of my face, the dating pool is garbage for men and women. I'm just telling you, because it's like nobody's being real right now. Like Connie said, with what they want, what their intentions are, or even what their goals are. And then it's like people are also comparing their lives to other people online. They're looking at these celebrity relationships or these trending relationships and like, oh, they're doing this, they're doing that, you know, and trying to base like all of their goals and aspirations on that, and that's not even realistic. Are you even trying to approach people that have this type of money to want this type of relationship? Like, you got to be realistic to what it is that you're looking at and what dating pool you're in, because you can't go and get with people that you know don't fit a certain criteria and then expect to get any type of different results. You're going to get the results from where you got whatever it is you have from. Like, you just have to be real about that.
I feel like when people don't know necessarily what they're looking for, they just end up with whatever. And it's kind of like because they do not know. They don't know what their self-worth is, their value. They don't know any of that. So it's like they're just there. And it's like they see somebody that's attractive, and just like how Bailey said, it's kind of like, you know, men are predators. So if a man sees a woman with a big old butt, titties, or whatever, they're not thinking, oh, I want to get to know her for her mental. It's like, but there is a good percentage of men who actually do like the way women carry themselves. They don't go based off of just how good she looks, as far as, you know, as long as she's presentable, of course. But when it comes down to it, like, people do not know what they want. That's why, I kid you not, that's why I said if people continue to focus on them, leveling themselves up, you have to ask yourself, what do I have to offer this person if I was to get in a relationship? Oh, shit, I don't have nothing to offer. Therefore, let me focus on myself. Let me not try to bring somebody else in here that, you know, like, because if anything, that I could do bad all by myself.
Hold on, wait, because I had a situation where, because I usually get, as you guys saw on the show, like, if people ask me a question, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm gonna be my upfront self every time. And so I was dating a guy who was like, oh, I want a girl who's real. I want someone to be able to, you know, talk to me about certain things. And we would have 2-3 hour conversations, but it got to a point where he stopped talking to me about stuff. And I asked him, I'm like, well, why'd you stop coming to me about stuff? And he's like, because you called me stupid one time and I didn't like it. And I was like, so you got mad because I said you're making a stupid decision or a dumb decision? And he was just like, yeah. And I was like, man, if I can't even come to you as my significant other and let you know you're making a dumb decision without you getting butthurt, why are we together?
Hello.
Why are we together?
Hello.
Like you gotta be like,
that is very good.
Like, why is it that every time, like, especially like, again, like, just being able to communicate and everything like that, and just being upfront and honest, it's just like, it's easy and people don't do it.
Here's the thing about communication. It is at this point becoming something of like ancient text, because more people today are just text messaging or talking online or through their own instant messengers, DMs of some sort. There are very few people that pick up the telephone to have an actual conversation. Now, if you're at work, things such as that, I say this too. So that's the one time, that's what text is meant to be used for. But at the same time too, no, stop texting. What I missed about the 90s, even the early 2000s is, if you're my girl, when I'm at work, I have a chance to miss you. I couldn't text you. I could call you, but technically I couldn't call you, because if I was at work, you probably at work too. So we're not blowing each other up at work. So when I actually got off of work, I had something to talk to you about when I got home, and you had something to talk to me about, and we genuinely missed each other. Whereas in today's society, you can text each other all fucking day. By the time you see each other, what do I have to talk to you about?
Nothing.
You done sent me 500,000 of your fucking selfies, which if you sent me one, I know you took 100 before you got to the right one.
You sent me all the TikToks you saw today.
You sent me, exactly. You sent me your TikToks. You sent me the Instagram. Oh, I like this. Oh, I like that. Oh, listen to this. Watch that. People don't have chance to miss each other.
Yeah.
So you're not building a relationship. You're actually
you're killing it before it starts.
You literally have people where you've done so much in a short period of time. It's like you've already been together for 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
And you're overdoing it.
Nobody's taking time. Everybody's just rushing to live like the Joneses. That's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody looks at
everyone's-
Jay-Z and Beyonce and says relationship goals, but not a single one of these motherfuckers has seen their relationship.
No, you just see what they put out there for you to see. You've seen them in music videos.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
So
Yeah, I never idolize nobody's relationship at the end of the day because I don't. Yet again, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, and why would I want to trade places with anybody I've never even met before, just
Thank
because from
you.
what they put up. Like, who knows?
you know
like,
what? You know what I love about Jay-Z and Beyonce?
What?
They don't
What?
even really post much of shit.
They really don't.
But you gotta know that
'Cause they're
stuff
from
is
an
not
older
perfect
gen-
when she's attacking him in the elevator.
Yeah. Well, no, he
That
didn't.
was
She
Solange.
didn't
Well,
take
her
Solange
sister.
did.
Yeah.
I just had this conversation with someone else too. If you really actually look at that situation, that's why Jay-Z and Beyonce are together. Jay-Z and Beyonce are together because she's the type of woman that even when they were going through shit, she handled it at home. Her sister actually made her look stupid more than anything because no one knew about the situation until Solange made a situation out of all of it.
Well, we kind of did because she made a whole album. That's what Lemonade was about.
That was after though.
But at the same time, too, why are you telling me information in the elevator because you don't want me to act a certain way? You cannot control other people's reactions. If you don't want me knowing about your relationship and acting a certain way, then don't tell me about it. And
Well,
this
it
is
wasn't
why-
that he told him about it. Somebody else said something
But
and
that's,
Solange
but that's
went
what
off.
I mean. That's
But
what I mean.
Solange only
They-
knows their business because Beyonce been telling her sister. And the thing is, Beyonce know her sister. That's been her sister all her life. She ain't just discovering who her sister is.
So what? So from
So
what we
she
know,
knows that she can't
someone
give her
else
something.
said something to Solange because the
No.
said chick showed up at the party where they were all
But
at.
how do
Okay,
Solange even know that there is even an
because
issue
someone
with the chick?
because some,
No, but that's what I
someone's
mean.
told her.
Somebody went and said something. So if Jay-Z
Yeah.
would have kept his dick in his pants, it would have never been an issue. So again, that woman, you cannot control people's reactions. She went and told someone else, which caused someone else to go tell Solange. And if you don't want people knowing about your bullshit, then don't do bullshit. It's the same thing.
Ding, ding, ding.
They are, and this is the thing I get mad about. You can go through a horrible experience with someone and they will not feel bad until you tell someone else about it. You should not feel bad that I'm telling someone about my experience that you put me through if you did not feel bad about putting me through the experience, period. Shut the fuck up. Ugh, I hate people. I'm sorry.
I don't really know what happened. I mean, I know of it, but I'm not really.
Well,
I'm
again,
not
that's
really
the
too
beautiful.
in
The
tune.
beauty of the situation is no one actually knows the truth.
Right, and
Until
that's
she put
probably
an
why I
album
never
out.
look into.
And even when she put the album out, she still only put so much in there.
Yeah,
Becky
all I
with
know
the good
is,
hair, but
Becky
you
with
can
the good
read
hair.
between the lines.
You can read between the lines, but we can. But again,
And
that
she
is
literally made a whole song with her and her baby running off
that is
from him.
that
Like, I mean, the
is
visual
pure
and
speculation.
everything
But it is still
was
pure
there.
speculation. It's still pure speculation. Because as far as we know, okay, we'll go with like Jada and Will. They could have secretly have cut it off, and then he went and slept with another chick, and then they decided to put it back together. We never know what actually happens.
Yeah, but we
That's Google.
know that would
Alexa, hey,
happen
Alexa.
because Jada already said on the interview that.
But that was
even if they get divorced,
years.
they live in a big house, and
Yeah,
that she's just
years-
gonna go on to the other side of the house.
Years after the fact, Jada said it. What I'm saying is, we don't know if Beyonce and Jay-Z did the exact same thing because no one's ever come out and said it. So everything that we know
would know
is
because
pure
they
I
pay
believe
speculation.
everyone
so
to stay
because I know
quiet.
who Beyonce's mother is. Beyonce's mother is Tina Knowles. And anybody know how long Tina stayed with Matthews? She waited till her kids was grown, and that man had a whole nother baby and a family on the side. Like, she really, I mean, not
That's
to
that
like
Texas
talk,
shit.
not to like
Not
talk about
Texas. Don't-
nobody,
don't
but
bring down him.
but like, no, she believed in holding her family
Duty.
down.
What marriage
And
has always
she
been is
literally
tradition and duty.
She literally tried to last as long as she could.
Yeah.
But I think that just the public baby and the secondary relationship was the
Well,
was
and
the
once you
straw.
got the public spotlight on you, it's harder to hide things.
Mm-hmm.
Public spotlight changes everything.
So I knew that when Beyonce got with Jay-Z, knowing the mother she has and her mother being a heavy influence on her, and she speaks so highly of her, she really follows her guidance. She's not going to leave that man.
Traditional values.
Yep.
That's her husband. When she said, I do it was for better or for worse, and that's what it's going to be.
All right. So, ladies, how was yours night tonight?
It's good. I had a great time.
My night was definitely cool. It was definitely cool to finally be out. I have to chill and talk with y'all.
Yes, this was cool.
Definitely.
I see y'all motherfuckers entirely too much. Not really. No,
maybe not enough, actually.
Right, type shit.
For real.
She said not enough.
This only my third time, so you don't see me that much.
I just seen this. The thing. What, Rizzo? When was the first time you did a show? Last October, September-ish?
The last time I did a show or the first time I did a show?
The first time you did a show.
It wasn't last October, I don't think. It was,
May have been longer than that.
yeah, it was over the summer, I think.
Nah, I wasn't over.
No, because it was cold out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because when the summertime comes, I have my kids full time, 7 days a week. Nope, I don't do no podcasts. That's the only time I take off is the summer.
Oh, you don't do no podcast in the summer? Boo.
Well,
No,
again,
understand.
I do. I be in daddy mode. When I'm in daddy
Full-time
mode,
dad.
I don't like to take time away from my kids.
Well, yeah, I don't know how long ago it was, but I've been on here 4 times now, so go me.
Yeah, you are, and I'm resending y'all the link because we did have to redo because we had the sound issues.
Oh, dang. So the link I posted wasn't even working.
It was working, but remember I shut it off when I rebooted the sound. So I'm sending it to y'all
John.
as we speak. What you gonna stop calling me John? What?
I'm sorry. No Capp reacts.
Bailey.
Bailey. Whatever you want to
Mr.
be called.
Bailey.
Mr. Bailey. I just realized you asked both of us about our interviews. You didn't even ask Connie about her interview.
Connie is here every damn week. She don't get interviews no more. She ain't interviewed. She's the co-host. I don't have to ask her shit.
That's true.
She's actually getting in her groove, which... How's Connie doing, ladies and gentlemen? Let us know how Connie is doing.
I think you're doing great.
Yeah, you are doing really good.
Oh, y'all was talking about the show. My mind went elsewhere.
What
What are you
had to
talking
think-
about?
I had
Pop
to
the
think
balloon.
like, damn.
Yeah, I was talking
How
about
are
Pop
you?
the Balloon interview. You didn't ask her about hers.
I did ask her about her. She
gave us some basics.
She gave us the
synopsis.
basics. Now, see,
she was real
I could
sweet.
have,
She
I
was
could have
real
asked her to
sweet.
go deeper into it, but see, this
Maybe I
is
missed it. I don't know. Maybe
this
I'm
is
slow.
what a lot of people really don't understand about my show. I don't like to spread negativity. I don't like to put people under negative lights. I don't try to make people look bad. I've heard what the situation was like, and I don't know him, but it sheds a bad light on him. Connie, obviously, I know her, and it would technically, in some ways, shed a bad light on her. Yo ass Rizzo, with the way
What?
they've cut and chopped that shit, and it's how so many different people are putting so many headings on there.
Oh, yeah.
It's spinning it to make you look a certain way.
Yeah, no. Maybe I just thought I heard about the date. I didn't know. Like I said, I could be slow.
They didn't have no date. There was no date.
I thought
No, it was no date, girl. We did. We did.
They
not
didn't
know.
make it. They didn't make it.
Rizoma left. She was gone after
Oh,
she
she
did
did?
That's what
her
I'm
filming. She
saying.
was
That-
gone.
yeah,
She was
I-
like, "See y'all later." I
Yeah.
was back there cracking the fuck up though.
I
I
was
can't
too,
lie. Like
but-
my face.
I'm glad I did stay though, because I definitely got to not only network and meet, the other ladies and everything like that, but it also allowed me to stay behind to be able to pick his brain a little bit more and watch him in action, with me.
Yeah.
To see, if he would be somebody that I would, be consider a person of interest. And
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, I didn't hear nothing.
yeah.
Yeah, there was nothing there to report on, and then what was there is not good. So we will leave it at that.
I mean, it'll definitely be a follow-up video. It will be getting posted, and they'll be able to see and determine from themselves the whole real details.
Hopefully the
Yeah.
Pop the Balloon will go ahead and post what was it? When they do that? Thursday night? Was that Thursday night y'all did the shooting?
Yeah.
I think
But
so,
they
yeah.
shot multiple of us, so
Yeah,
it's not
there's
gonna
like-
all come out at the same time. I don't
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine as long as they just put all the shit out. Put it all
Yeah.
out.
Oh, it's coming. It's
The
coming.
good, the
I'm
bad, and the
excited.
ugly. I see. I ain't gonna lie. They better be glad that I'm not the producer. of that
Mine is
shit.
not coming out when theirs come out because mine needs to be refilmed.
I wouldn't redo it.
So yeah.
Yeah, no, you weren't there. It needs
I
to be
still-
redone.
This the problem. The energy's not gonna change. They feel the way they feel about each other. Like,
But they've had more days to assess, and really, it wasn't even anything on her behalf that she really needed to assess. It was more of the other party being able to actually listen and
but the
understand
bad part about
without
it
getting
too
emotionally
is you
irate.
have to know this nigga,
Wait,
and
you said what?
that also gives her more time to come up with other things that she potentially may say, which it sounds like he got triggered.
But I don't think she would do that, considering that we've already seen what and where he will go with it. It's like,
And
who's
that's
even
the-
trying to do
so
all that?
that's
Because
where-
that would defeat the purpose of coming back and re-recording.
That's where me personally, I say, as I'm not even a woman, but if I'm her as a woman, I would not recommend her putting herself in that position.
Yeah.
Because that would just be, that's just making a bad decision, regardless. Because at the end of the day, she has brothers, don't need them escalating. Don't know who he is, don't need him escalating anymore. Like, I run a show, I run a podcast. If there was something that potentially could lead to some sort of violence, no, we're not re-recording this. We're not doing this. We're not putting these people. There's animosity there. There was animosity when they first met. There was animosity on the second shoot. What the fuck is gonna happen on the third one? That's stupid. It doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't care who you are. Nothing about that is logical. If she's my daughter or my sister, bullshit. And if you're going with me. And guess what? That within itself is a problem. So no.
Well, I'm sorry you went through that, and I hope he heals.
They got people there. It's not. I mean,
Again,
it's not.
So
and
you
I
want
don't
Maury
think that he was
Povich,
about
Jerry
to just do nothing.
Springer-ish?
Do you feel like he was about to do something to you?
Okay, well.
I mean, he was standing there.
Listen.
I mean, all right. I ain't trying to get too.
I
like
mean,
into
it's
it,
kind
but
of like,
it's
okay, I'm going to say it like this, right? I'm going to just say this in a sense for you to get it as much from where I was coming from. So I'm from Cali, right? And I'm hearing all this talking, the loud talking. To me, already you're being disrespectful. But my whole thing is I'm not watching for nothing else at this point. I'm watching for your hands. Because if you're yelling at me, in my mind, I feel like you can't talk to me if you're yelling at me. So you're talking at me. Therefore, you're not trying to, and it's just like what you said, being able to understand. It was a lot of you are talking to respond, not to understand. Therefore, it was just more of a me being on edge. Like, whatever happens at this point happens. I'm looking down, I'm looking over here because I'm not looking directly at him. I'm watching body language. And that's what I'm more so looking at because, yet again, like I said, I have brothers. I know what they do when they finna hit me, when I do something to them. So that's what I'm paying attention to. The fact that he was doing certain things, I felt I did have to be on, you feel me, on my edge like that. Because at the same time, we shouldn't have been sitting that close to each other due to the fact it got to that point. And I feel like when we did have to stop that second segment or whatever, the third, fourth, or whatever, we should have been separated. Because I feel like at that point in time, in my mind, I'm no longer hearing nothing he's saying. I'm just looking at body language. And it's like, my whole thing is, this is my defense. I have to defend myself. I hear what you're saying to a degree. Because the fact that you're yelling, I'm not looking at it like you want to resolve it. I'm looking at it like you're just defending yourself. You're getting more angry. And at this point, it's a possibility with you seeing red, I have to be able to protect myself. And my whole thing is, I'm just finna, it's the hand, it's, In my mind, I'm thinking of ways that I can protect myself in this situation at this point. Only because you don't know what nobody's capable of. You don't. And if he can act like that on camera, who knows? You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like my whole thing is at the end of the day, I'm just gonna put myself in a position where I know I can be able to defend myself as a woman. And that's just what it is.
And a woman should never have to defend herself from a man. Point blank. Period.
Because if you
feel like she has to.
That too.
And I feel like that's how domestic violence situations happen. Because, if you're talking to a person and you're trying to have them understand you and things like that, but they're only yelling at you, like, you have men and they'll be the calm ones. And sometimes you have the female flying off at the mouth. She's getting mad. Why? Because he's not reacting the way she wants him to react. Therefore, she's going to do more shit to get him to react, which comes physical. Yep. Therefore, you get what I'm saying? The man, being calm, cool, and collected, he knows his power. He knows his strength. That's why when I said when we were there, what's understood don't need to be explained. You don't have to puff your chest up with me. All I'm doing is just speaking my truth. If you do not like it, then that is perfectly fine. You don't have to get upset with me because on how I take things. We take things differently. We are two different completely people. So therefore, with that being said, when that woman does not get that reaction, that's when she goes to doing the whole extra shit, hitting him in the face, or throwing stuff at him. Why? Because she wants him to get mad.
And
He's
I
not
say
giving
this
that energy.
to all men. As a man, you should always be a woman's safety and security. And if you have to raise your voice, you have already lost your man card. Point blank, period. If you are raising your voice, if you are screaming and yelling at someone that you automatically know, you are bigger than and can do more to, something is wrong. There is a disconnect. That is not your place in life. That is not your God-given right. Stay in your place.
Period.
Do your job as a man.
Period. I definitely agree.
Okay.
And it's not, and yet again, it's more so, it's not about what you say to a person. It is how you say it, how you present it to be said to that person. Because if you know that this person, is a easily triggered person, it allows you to understand how you need to come at them moving forward. But at the same time, it's all about being able to receive the information as well. Not everyone is mentally mature enough to receive constructive criticism. They're going to take it as an attack. They're going to take it as you're coming for me. They're going to take it as you're trying to put me down, which is why, when I saw the stories going viral with Riz, it just trips me out looking at it like, damn, you really pay attention to how men are, whether it's them trying to portray an image of them being the victim or whatever the case may be. And that's why I just look at it and it's sad. It's sickening to me because people really do put that persona on as if they're one way when they're really not. That's why it's like, in response to you, it's like, it's more of like having a female yelling all in your face. You don't know this woman. And I know any woman is not going to allow another woman at that to sit and disrespect and yell at her face, knowing, baby, I do not know you. So at the same time, I don't know what you're capable of doing. Therefore, now I have to be on my P's and Q's because with me not knowing how you are or how you act or how you carry yourself, you could probably mess around and throw this whole damn chair at me. But if I'm not on my P's and Q's, if I'm not being fully aware, then I'm just going to get clocked up inside my head.
Exactly.
So you have to be on your P's and Q's. So yes,
and before
I was
you
on my P's and Q's.
you're going to be picking your motherfucking teeth up off the floor.
Exactly.
Say it again.
It's just,
Say
you
it
got to
again.
get ready if you stay ready. So therefore,
Thank you.
it's more of like, I was just ready. That's all I can say. I was just ready.
Yeah, no.
Period.
But even the fact that you felt like you had to be ready, that signifies that one, it went on too long to allow you to be in a state of uncomfortability.
And if they got security there, like security, y'all automatically wasn't doing your job.
And then two, it's just like, I don't know.
And with me, you get 3
I
strikes.
really
you're
think
out.
y'all should film separate.
Yeah,
that'd
now that I
probably be a
think
good
about it, I
idea.
think we do need to probably film separate because I feel like You know, I choose to not get out of my element or out of my piece when it comes to me speaking about, you know, at first I was all for, you know, us being in the same room because in my defense, I'm like, I don't want to sit there and talk about why we did not work. I'd rather have him here so that way it doesn't come off as if I'm bashing him without him being able to defend himself. But now seeing the way that that first follow-up video went, I just choose to feel like it'll be better if we did film separately.
Well, this goes back to what I said. We'll leave the rest of that scenario alone. And in my opinion, I don't think you should. Point blank, period. So, ladies, thank you for gracing the lovely cameras again with y'all's wonderful presence.
Oh, she got the euphoria look going on. She look good.
Thank you. I went to what is it, that Vibe brunch earlier today.
Oh.
I just tried to do something look a little bit different. I was doing my makeup and I was like the way the light was like hitting on my face. I'm like, my face kind of glistening right there. Let me try and put some glitter because I don't have any highlights. So I just have like some like powder glitter I bought from the dollar store, girl. I just took my little brush and was like, let me see.
That's cute though. I like
what
it.
I can do. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I be
Shit.
trying to learn, man.
I came over here comfy.
Cause these MUAs out here, like these fees is crazy right now.
People trying to get their money.
Oh, it's 10:45.
Yeah, I gotta submit my homework.
Yeah. That's why I'm getting y'all out of here.
Trying to get food, go home.
Again, I want to say thank y'all for showing up. Connie, you got anything to say?
I'll see y'all next week.
That's it?
Assalamu alaikum.
No, that's real. Thank y'all for tuning in for another
Bye,
episode
y'all.
of Let's Talk About It. I'm your man Bailey with
Connie Marie.
and we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
That was fun. I know you sleep.